Today we decided to visit the Dhayah Fort in UAE. It is approximately 107 kilometers from Gizais to Dhayah Fort in Ras Al Khaimah. It is situated in the Emirates of Ras Al Khaimah. It takes 1 hour 18 minutes from Gizais to reach the Dhayah Fort in Ras Al Khaimah. The location to reach here is in the description of this video. The best time to reach or visit the Dhayah Fort is during the sunrise time or the sunset time. Since the yellow sun produces a unique experience over there. I visited just before the sunset time. The Dhayah Fort Oasis is occupied since at least 5,000 years, and the hill has been always focus of the settlement. The present fort date back to the beginning of the 19th century. The hilltop was surrounded by the stones wall and the inside filled with gravel to create a flat platform. 2 mud brick towers were built on the top of the platform and connected with a perimeter wall. It was a defense against the fast attackers of light armored riders. It was part of the defense system of Dhayah together with several watchtowers and a second fort at the foot of the hill. The watchtowers were used to detect the enemy and as a first line of defense. There is a small ladder-like structure to go to the top of the fort, and view from the top is really amazing. You can see that one side is the majestic mountain ranges and the other side is a green oasis, and with the yellow sun it is really beautiful. The fort is unusual in that it is the highest hilltop fort in UAE, and we can have 360-degree view of the surrounding lush green landscape and the plain. Inside the fort structure, there is a hole inside the wall to watch the movement at the bottom of the valley, and also maybe for the air circulation it was being used. The remainings found in the area to the base of the hill at the Dhayah Fort shows that the area was inhabited as for the back as Wadi Suk period. Dhayah Fort has the most stunning view in UAE, with the beautiful mountains to the east and the palm oasis disappearing into the sea on the west. It is a great viewing spot for both sunset and sunrise, with kids-friendly steps leading towards the top of the fort and a decent-sized parking at the bottom of the fort. Reaching the top of the fort is so easy that the kids can also climb on the ladder to the top of the fort. The fort has an historical importance as it was the last point of resistance against the British attack from 1890. This fort has been restored in April of 2001. The visit to the Dhayah Fort in UAE was an amazing and mesmerizing experience for me. I may visit this place once again in future. See you soon. This is a place called Khatt in Ras Al Khaimah. This watchtower or a fort is an old fort. While I was visiting the place, people were about to renovate the place. This gives me an excellent opportunity for me to see the tower in its almost actual form and shape. However, if the fort is not renovated, it will be taken by the Mother Nature. This fort and the tower looks like the other towers which I have seen, but it is in the almost original form. When we visited this fort, we were unable to have any guide or literature to understand the history of this place. At first, I just taken a round trip of the fort to see what is happening around the fort and what I can see around the fort. This watchtower or the fort is also on the top of this hill. Let's go inside and see what is inside. The roof of this tower is gone and I can see a ladder over there, and it consists of 2 rooms. The wall is made up of stones, mud and some kind of stick and grasses. The roof is made up of the palm leaves with some kind of wood to make the roof stable. Let me try to climb this ladder and see from the top what I can see from the top of this fort. The view from the top is very beautiful. I can see the entire valley below and it is really amazing. This hole can be a looking hole to see what is happening outside the fort or the tower, or to keep the weapon over here and shoot. The fort and the watchtowers were primarily erected for a defense purpose. Most were built in the strategic position to guard a territory. The major forts in UAE are relatively large stone constructions. Most of the forts are rounded or square defense towers at each corner, also acted as seats for local government. Now we can see some modern tower constructions. I am in Fujairah, UAE, visiting the 7 Summit Trail in Fujairah, UAE. It's an easy hike for everyone. It takes approximately 45 minutes to 1.5 hours to complete the hike, depending upon how you walk. The 7 forts sits on each summit to mark the 7 Emirates. If you are coming here for a hike, there is enough parking available at the flag park at the starting point of the hike. The 7th summit hike in Emirate of Fujairah is a wonderful little day out for keen walkers in Emirates. The location to reach here is in the description of this video. It is approximately 90-minute drive from Dubai. Now let us look inside each towers. The tower is totally made up of stones and with cement to fix it up at the edges. And each of this fort consists of a flag inside. The best time for this hike is winter time, with the view of Hajar Mountain and Gulf of Oman. The 7th summit hike is an initiative by the Fujairah Tourism Authority. The hike consists of zigzag path on the hiking area, and it connects each of the 7 towers, and the hike complete while visiting each of the towers, and you will come back to the flag park. The fort at the night is lit with the solar powered light, I am very happy that I have visited this place with my kids. I will come back here to visit this unique place in UAE once again. See you soon.